Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, and today we have the biggest game of the season because it's rivalry week and we play our hated rivals in the 7-4 Clemson Tigers at Clemson Memorial Field. Hello everybody, hope you're ready for this one. Gamecocks coming to this one ranked 17, also 7-4, but it doesn't matter unless you win this game. So I hope you're excited for this one. If you are, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. Last year's game ended in a classic. In Columbia, South Carolina won by 3 thanks to a missed Clemson field goal late. You know the Tigers have not forgot about that one. So we'll start off with the football here at their own 25-yard line. They'll go with the impact halfback David Eziamumi. The senior gets 3. Next play, it's a sack of Bennett Uruka in the backfield. It's 14.5 on the season, and Uruka now holds the record for career sacks here at South Carolina. So big 3rd and 15, but Clemson will convert in a big way. Getting behind the defense for a gain of 52 was Vince Hicks, and that is what we've been susceptible this season, is the big play. So instead of being a punt, this one's going to be a first down, and then Blow will pick up a first with his legs. Clemson now enters the red zone, 1st and 10. A quick pass back to Hicks, who gains 8. And Clemson will take a breather for a second. Now at the 7, as Hardtown gets a man to jump. They're going to get Caleb Cottrell, the freshman, with the neutral zone. We've seen that become an unfortunate occurrence recently. Gives Clemson a first down. Now Blow to go from the 3. They hand this one off left side, and it's going to be an easy walk into the end zone. But I don't think it's going to count. So they're going to get a holding call on guard Darrell Jr. So that will negate the touchdown. Big break for the Gamecocks. It's now 1st and goal from the 13. As they go back to the ground, it is Uziamumi who gets maybe 5. Uziamumi wasn't used very much last year, but he's stepped up as a senior now. And he's been getting a big part of this offense, including another carry here, who he gains 5. Makes it 3rd and goal from the 3. You can see his numbers on your screen. Looking for that 7th touchdown of the season. He checks out, though. It's actually a speed option, and it's going to be going backwards. There's a flag down for holding as well on the true freshman, Jamie Stevens, the 4-star. But it's not going to matter, as South Carolina will decline, and Clemson will get on the board first with a gain of field goal. Making it 3-0. We'll see the South Carolina offense, and will probably be the matchup of the day. How does their offense do against Clemson's defense, especially their front 4? They are stacked at the defensive line position, and obviously we're led by Wade Mann, and that battle starts with a man gain of 2. 2nd and 8, he's going backwards this time as he loses 1. It was Jalen Eason in the backfield. It's going to be hard to stop this Clemson pass rushes on 3rd and 9. They set up a screen nicely for it, and Mann's going to get the first down and step out of bounds. Could have tiptoed a little bit more. Mann had 5 catches last week out of the backfield. We'll see him get involved in the passing game again today. It's on 1st and 10. This is a screen out for Allgaier, who's spun down for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Reno trying to set up a tight end screen, but this one doesn't have the same effect. Richie Lujan, the senior, reads that one nicely. And that was 3rd and 11. Bring a man in motion. Reno sets up a screen for Mann. Left side, gets some blocks, cuts it back, and good vision by Mann to pick up the first. Back-to-back thirds converted with the screen. That's how you negate a pass rush. That's very impactful. Then back to the ground we go. Mann only gets 1. 2nd and 9, trusting him again. Right side, and he will race and pick up 8. Makes it 3rd and 1. They trust Monty Sawyer with it, and he gains the first down. So a long drive for South Carolina continues. Their third down conversion. Mann checks back in, but he's going backwards on this play. Actually, he does gain 1 somehow. 2nd and 9, Reno steps up to throw. He's hit. This one's incomplete. And now we got a big 3rd and 9. South Carolina again sets up the screen, and again it will work. The screen being effective on 3rd down. Clemson not ready for it. Then the drive keeps going. Mann on 1st down gets a carry, gains 2. We're already at the 2-minute mark in the 1st quarter. This is still our first drive. 2nd and 8, short crossing pattern for Allgaier, who gets 7, and again it's 3rd down. 3rd and 1, they go bubble screen out wide to Reiner, and Vernon Reiner's going to have the first. Goal to go from 7. The Gamecocks keep grinding these first downs out as they handed a man on goal, and he gets maybe 4. 2nd goal from the 3, tossed out to Mann, who's tracked down the backfield, and that's going to end the 1st quarter. The 1st quarter comes to an end, and we're still on our first drive of the game. It's been all 2 o'clock from both sides so far. As you can see, the time of possession, this has been almost a 10-minute drive for the Gamecocks. But it comes down to this. 3rd and goal from the 9. They bring the receiver closer in. Reno to throw. Just dumps it for man. It is actually incomplete. And South Carolina, through that 10-minute drive, will just end with 3. So both teams getting a field goal apiece. As here's the second drive for Clemson that gets out across midfield. 5 carries, 23 yards for Uziomumi today. As he gets his 6th carry here, and he picks up maybe 4. Now Clemson faces a critical 3rd down of their own. They hike it, give it to Uziomumi, and he will get the 1st down, and that will keep this drive going. And again, another long drive as Clemson now is inside the 40 of South Carolina, but Bryce Reeves on 1st down will read this screen. Nice tackle for a loss for him, makes it 2nd and 11. Stephen Blau, the quarterback, it's for Clemson, will then throw a strike up the middle. It's a 1st down. In the red zone they go again from the 16, and Bryce Reeves again on 1st down records a tackle for a loss. He's one of the best at recognizing the plays. Now 3rd and 9 though, and Clemson will deliver with a strike. Jeff Rubin, what are you looking at, man? The guy's right behind you. That should have been knocked down. Instead it's 6 for Clemson as they now take a 10-3 lead. 8.5 to go here in the 1st half, and South Carolina's only on their 2nd drive of the day. They unfortunately face a 3rd and 11. Reno to throw for it, just dumps it off short for man, and he will not get to the marker. So South Carolina will punt this one away. Clemson now takes over, 6.5 to go in the 1st half. It hands off to Uziomumi, who gets his best run of the day as he picks up 9. Excuse me, that was not his best run. 2nd and 1, this one's short, 1st down, caught, and again, Clemson continues to chip away at this defense. We were struggling with the pass game so far this season. It seems like it's come to light today. But the run defense has been pretty solid. That's Torrey Perkins in the backfield for a loss of 4. Now 3rd and 6. Stephen Blau rolls to his right, and he's going to eat a sack. Brought down by the LSU transfer Greg Bodden. And Clemson's going to trot out Nolan Hauser for a 60-yard field goal. From right hash, this one's up, and it is good. Hauser drills it from 60 out. And Clemson takes a 13-3 lead as we come to the 2-minute warning. South Carolina with only their 3rd drive of the day, and we're almost to the end of the 1st half, as they have to lead a 2-minute drill. There's a gain of 6 for Jason Paquette, 2nd and 4 short. Bennett will convert the 1st. Now it seems like South Carolina will move with a little bit of pace. Coming up on a minute, Lena takes a snap to throw for it on 1st down, fires right side. This one's caught, and it looks like a little bit more will be tacked on. The Columbia native Jason Gradkowski will be called for roughing the passer. Gradkowski's a guy that we recruited heavily coming out of high school, but he picked Clemson instead. And he's played a pretty good career for him so far for the Tigers. Commits a big penalty there as it moves us to the 15, as Reno will scramble for a gain of 7. Inside 30 seconds to go, Reno in the pocket, doesn't feel comfortable, moves to his left, throws across his body, and delivers a strike to Mazio Bennett. What a throw from Dante Reno to the reigning SEC Offensive Player of the Week. As South Carolina will go into the half, cutting this one within 3. It was a very lightning-fast 1st half. Clemson leads 13-10. What's been a pretty evenly contest matchup thus far. We'll see how to pull away in the 2nd half and get that victory. 17th ranked South Carolina will start off with the football in the 2nd half, trying to hold on to that ranking. Every single time the Gamecocks have entered the rankings this season, they've lost the game after. So hopefully we can break that trend, but we're currently down by 3. As on 2nd down, man doesn't go anywhere. Loses 2 actually because of Richie Lujan. It's really 3rd down for the Gamecocks trying to screen, but this time Clemson's ready for it. They saw that trend in the 1st half, made the adjustment there, and it's a 3-and-out for the Gamecocks. 1st drive for the Tigers is a nice run, but takes a huge pop at the end of it. And you can see the difference in running today. Usually it's South Carolina on the plus side, for today it's the Tigers. 2nd and 3 short pass, caught 1st down, as that one's Greg Winter, the junior, with his 8th grab of the season. And Blau's been perfect so far. Next play, they're actually going to get a encroachment. I did not see James Fung jump. That was a false start, in my opinion, on Jamie Stevens. But I guess I'm not the referees. So 1st and 5 instead at the 45 of South Carolina. Blau to throw, looks short, has his tight end. That's going to be a 1st down, and Clemson continues to chip away underneath off of his 2nd catch of the day. Now to the 38. Now they're chipping, grinding drives on 1st and 10. Blau wants it all, and this one's incomplete. Rubin again doesn't get his head around in time, but he fortunately has the ball hit off his back. Luckily there's no pass interference there. 2nd and 10 now. Clemson sets up a screen of their own to Ezio Mumi, who gives it to vicious stiff arm to Nick Spitzer for picking up 7. 3rd and 3 now. Split backs for the Tigers. Blau to throw. Has one of them out wide, but misses the throw. And Clemson will kick 3. They take an now 16-10 lead. Next drive for the Gamecocks. 2nd and 10. Reno's going down. First sack of the day for Clemson, as it is Eric Lorello with it. Now 3rd and 16. Reno to throw. Looks deep for Bennett, but this one's intercepted. Picked off by Ricardo Jones, his first pick of the season, and he'll get it out to the 32. As Reno just went for it all that time and got intercepted. So Clemson on this drive gets to about midfield, 1st and 10, as this one will actually be coming back. They're going to get left tackle Lamar Rasmussen, one of the best linemen on the team, for a holding call. So now 1st and 20, as they go play fake. Blau looks deep, and this one's incomplete. Good coverage by Quentin Ford. Now Clemson faces a 3rd and 12. Do we get off the field this time? Blau across the middle, but he cannot. Delivers a strike to Ladarius Reddick, the redshirt freshman 3-star from Cartersville, Georgia, with the first. And again, South Carolina's defense cannot get off the field on 3rd and long. There's a 5-yard scramble for Blau. Only has 5 yards rushing today. Now 2nd and 5. They go with the handoff, but this one's quickly brought down. That's the junior Sonny Gallen in the backfield, and again it's 3rd down for the Tigers. 3rd and 8. Blau goes empty. Looks short. Has a man wide open. Nobody covers the flat, and Vince Hicks has room to run down to the 4. I don't know what's been up with our 3rd down defense today. It's just been very lackluster. There's now goal to go. Clemson will punch it in the end zone on the back of Kaminsky. It is now extended the Tigers' lead 22-10. They're going to go for 2 to try to make it a 14-point game. This year's a toss, and it will not work. So 22-10 your score. South Carolina in danger of falling far behind in this one. Is on 1st and 10. Oliver has no space out wide. Now 3rd and 3. It's a handoff, and man has nowhere to go. 3 and out for South Carolina is not what you need in that situation, as that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Clemson extending their lead off the back of Stephen Blau, spreading the football around 22-10 currently, as they have it to begin the 4th quarter. 2nd inches, and the Gamecock 21. Blau to throw short, and that's just been money all day. The linebackers not coming down in time, as that's the 5th catch for Ladarius Reddick. Inside the red zone at the 14. 1st down, Blau to throw. Has his man, a good throw and a good catch to the tight end. How do you get outrun by him, man? Come on, you got to make that play. Goal to go from the 1, and Ezumumi will not get in. Stuffed. Nate Lamb and Sonny Gallen there for the tackle. They'll try it again, spreading out the defenses. It's a quick throw, and this one's a touchdown. Ruben, man, it's just been a rough season, as Clemson extends their lead now 29-10. South Carolina needs something, and they need it here in a big way. 1st and 10. Reno looks short, and Ryder can't hold on through the contested catch. 2nd and 10 now. Reno to throw again, short for man, and he's not even looking for the football. Disjoint all around on the offense. It's now 3rd and 10. Reno drops back to throw and throws it behind Biquette. An abysmal 3 passing plays. Now you're going to go for it on 4th and 10 because you're down by 19. You got to get this one here. If you turn it over, Clemson's got it deep in your territory. Reno wants Biquette, and he can't catch it. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Clemson in the driver's seat. Their first play of the drive. Wide open out of the backfield is Ezio Mumi. Ruben completely abandons his 3rd of the field, and that just feels like the dagger. Clemson goes up 36-10. South Carolina will at least drive well in the next drive, and then we'll cap it off with a 13-yard run for a touchdown from Wade. Man, that's just garbage time points. Clemson dominates this game as we get to the final 36-17 your score, as the number 17 ranked South Carolina Gamecocks suffer another loss in the rankings and are now 1-4 in the Coach Rob era against their in-state rivals. It's going to be a point of contention for the South Carolina fan base. So no matter how many games you win, you got to beat Clemson. And not only did we lose to them, we got outclassed in almost every single way. That's not the first time this has happened in a game against the Tigers. So we'll have to see what changes, man. I don't know. The passing defense has been abysmal. The run defense wasn't that good today either. The offense was just disjointed. Couldn't get anything going. And it results in a loss as we fall to 7-5. I didn't think we were going to make the playoff anyway at the 17th seed, but, that essentially erases any sort of chance of us to make that. As we simulate the week, we do get some commits. We get a 4-star corner in Miles Filipovic. That's our 3rd corner commit of the all-season, and considering the help we need in the secondary, that's a good thing. We also get another right guard. We've been stacking up at that position. Ahmad Jacobson commits another 4-star. Filipovic is a man corner. I think that's an interesting concept because, we don't play a lot of man. And the way we've been shredded this year, maybe we need to play a little bit more of that. And then Jacobson's a good pass-blocking right guard, which we've struggled in the pass-blocking at the guard spots. Top stories this week, Notre Dame gets it done against USC. The Fighting Irish clinches their spot in the playoff. Houston knocks off Kansas. The Jayhawks go down. And now they need to win the Big 12 championship if they want to make the playoff. And then Arkansas loses to Missouri. The Razorbacks in free fall mode. Here are games, scores around the country as Washington beats UConn. And then in the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss knocks off Mississippi State. Washington State in the Pac-12 will beat Boise State. Oregon puts up 41 against Michigan State. And then we see Iowa put up 63 in the Heroes game against Nebraska. NC State knocks off their rivals in the Tar Heels. It's been a bad end to the season for UNC. And Central Michigan up to 17. They beat Eastern Michigan. New Mexico over UTEP. And then we see the Commonwealth Clash, Virginia beating Virginia Tech. Arkansas State now back up to number 14, 31-17 win. And then Georgia takes care of Georgia Tech. And then, despite them having down seasons, it is Ohio State who beats Michigan, clinching a bowl game for the Buckeyes. Georgia State knocks off Coastal Carolina. Pittsburgh beats Wake Forest by a point. And Vandy beats Tennessee, a huge win for the Commodores. It has been a very successful season for them. Hawaii blanks Air Force, and then we see UCLA squeak by the Terrapins, and Western Kentucky beat Liberty 48-7. Charlotte beats Memphis by a touchdown. Disappointing season for the Tigers. New Mexico State over Sam Houston. FIU enters the rankings, and Kennesaw State drops out of them thanks to the win by the Panthers. And then the close upset win, Missouri beats Arkansas. We see Appalachian State over Georgia Southern in their rivalry matchup. Kentucky knocks off their rivals in Louisville. Boston College and the ACC over at Duke. And then we see Oregon State beat San Diego State, putting together a perfect 12-0 regular season. Don't sleep on the Beavers in the playoff. Texas gets back in the rankings by blanking Colorado State. And then Miami does beat Syracuse. I think the Hurricanes have clinched a college football playoff spot. Ohio State wins an interesting score, 43-11. Fresno State over Utah State. Kansas State wipes the floor with West Virginia. Army wipes the floor with FAU. Stanford gets into the rankings, beating San Jose State this week. And the Middle Tennessee State squeaks by Louisiana Tech by a point. UAB ends the season strong, beating Tulsa, knocking the Golden Hurricane out of the rankings. And Wisconsin moves up to 16 with a win over Minnesota. Western Michigan knocks off Toledo. UNLV beats Nevada by 2 points. And then we see Tulane knock off Temple 48-10. Buffalo over Miami, Ohio this week, and then Texas State knocks off Southern Miss in the Sun Belt. We saw the Houston score earlier. North Texas now up to number 10. They are the group of 5 team to beat so far. Bowling Green's up to 13, so if they look strong in the MAC championship, they could get a at-large spot, shockingly. California beats SMU, and then UCF goes down to BYU 10-3. Rutgers loses to Penn State, and the Indy Lions pass that test. Then Texas A&M doubles up their rivals in LSU. Florida can't make it 3 in a row. They lose by Florida State by a point. And then at Colorado over Baylor by a touchdown. We see TCU knock off Oklahoma State. We saw the Notre Dame score. Purdue beats their rivals in Indiana, knocking the Hoosiers on the outside looking in of the playoff. Auburn wins the Iron Bowl in a close one, despite Alabama having a down season. And then Rice knocks off Navy in the AAC. Marshall over James Madison in the Sun Belt. And then Arizona State beats their rivals in Arizona. Players of the week, Nick Savage has 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in that win against Kansas. And then Alessio Milivojevic had 7 total touchdowns passing and 2 rushing in that win against Nebraska. Arkansas State clean sweeps the SEC Player of the Week, and then we get one more commit. Another right guard. Bradley Rubin commits from Hoover, Alabama, another power guard. Might move him to left guard, considering we've had so many right guards commit. But it's never a bad thing to have offensive line depth. In the Army-Navy game, it's Army who comes out on top this year, 15-10, which means we have reached the conference championships, and here are the rankings going into that week. There's a lot of interesting games, and then the group of 5 race is something to look out for. North Texas, Bowling Green, Arkansas State, Central Michigan, Western Kentucky, all in the top 25. And then can't forget about Florida International as well, despite they won't play this week. So a lot could happen this week in the conference championships. They're already Power 4. Georgia, Auburn, I think both those teams are going to make the playoffs. Same with NC State, Miami. Indiana needs to beat Penn State if they want to make the playoff. And same, I think, with Kansas versus Utah. We'll go through all those next episode to find out what bowl game we'll be going to this season. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.